Any other questions or comments? So tomorrow's going to be the last session. We're finishing a little early tonight. That's good because it's going to save my throat. I'm a little dried up here. But tomorrow then we'll go on to a different topic because we finished the book writing one. So that's it. So, yes, anyone?
Just a little comment on the moon. I was listening to a tape a couple of weeks ago, and one lady asked Prabhupada if it was possible to see the residents of the moon, and he said, why not?
Yes.
You can see the planet, can't you?
Alright, so that's, what tape was that?
Oh, God. It might have been in the, that was the new ministry. It was the old and the new, I think it was in the new. Perhaps, I can't remember where it was.
Alright, anyway, there's a conversation with the lady and she asked, is it possible to see the residents on the moon? And Prabhupada said, why not?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you can see the planet, so why not see the people on it too?
She had an idea that they had subtle bodies that she wouldn't be able to see. And that's what I thought as well. But he was saying, no, why not?
Yes. Well, I think when Prabhupada was saying why not, because it is possible to see them, but with the demigods, you can only see them if they want you to see them. That's another thing. You have to be a little qualified.
I think it was the same tape where Prabhupada saying that because the residents of the higher planet are more intelligent than you, so just as you have some machine to go there, they can easily have a machine to distract you so that you can't get them.
Yes. Yes, the demigods are in a superior position. That's why, they appear and disappear. Like in the Bhagavatam it mentions sometimes they'll just suddenly appear on the scene. They'll give some instruction or some darshan and then they just disappear again. It doesn't mean that they're not there anymore. It means that they're not seen anymore. I mean, they're still there, obviously. They still exist. But they have that ability to be able to, make themselves apparent or not apparent. Which, as I say, Sadhaputa's kind of given his analysis that means that there are many multi-dimensions within the universe. We don't just have, 3D length, breadth and height, which is what we're stuck with. That's our medium, 3 dimensions. But they can exist in other dimensional spaces within the universe. But they're also still trapped within the greater sphere of the universe. They can't get out of the universe, that's not possible. But they can, go to some planet, appear, disappear, apparently at will. But all that's happening is that they're just moving from one space into another space, that's all. And of course their time span is different from ours as well. And therefore, even if a human being can get to the point where they can actually see the demigods or even go to their planets, time continues to work on the place that they've just left. And so you get that story, what was it?
When Brahma was waiting to see Krishna and then when he came.
Well, apart from Lord Brahma, but there was one king, he wanted to get his daughter married. And so he went to see Lord Brahma because he felt that Lord Brahma was the only one that could really advise him on that. And then when he got there, then Lord Brahma was watching a dance recital. So he told him he had to wait. So he waited some minutes, half an hour or something like that. Then finally he had his darshan. And then he said, I've got my daughter, I need to get her married, and there's so many suitors, which was the best? Then Lord Brahma left. He said, in the period that you've been here, many, many generations have already come and gone. All those people that you thought were going to be suitors for your daughter, they're all gone long many thousands of lifetimes ago. They're all finished. Now you're on, their descendants, like that. So he gave him some other advice. So it seems like King Kakudmi, I think it was, he was, somehow or another, he was powerful enough, he was able to go to see Lord Brahma. But that didn't mean that, everything on the planet that he left stayed as it was, or stayed in the same time frame. For him it was like half an hour. But on the planet that he just left, on the planet that he just left, everybody saw the king's gone, and he never came back. Where'd he go? Yeah, he just disappeared, that's all. So, the universe is a funny place. And anyway, ultimately, of course, as Prabhupada said, what does it matter whether they went to the moon or not? You're not going there. Right? Unless you do the pious activities that are necessary. And that's not even what we want as devotees anyway. Yeah. And what's the big deal? Even if you go and take birth on the moon, eventually you're going to die again. And then you move on somewhere else. So it's not that big of an issue in terms of our, Krishna conscious perspective, whether they went or didn't go. The real business is that you've got this one body and you have to utilize it as much as possible in Krishna's service and become successful. Then you won't have to go anywhere when you leave it. Then you can go back to Godhead. Okay, so we're going to finish at that point. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.